I was in college, I saw a drag performance, and I just remember this queen. Oh my God, I can't remember where she was performing. You know, Maya Angelou has a quote: "You never remember what people say, but you know how it made you feel." But I just remember thinking to myself, "Oh, I like the way she looks, and she seems cool." I wonder who that queen was. I wonder if she even remembers working at that club. Drag is such a profound joy for me because it's the ultimate artistic creation and expression, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. I mean, drag queens are makeup artists, hairstylists, costume designers, music producers, stand-up comedians, dancers, actors. I say it is the last underground art form. Even clowns have college. I remember being young and listening to the Lion King soundtrack and thinking to myself, my God, I want to sing this song. I want to be Simba in the Lion King. I just remember like singing along in the car, forcing my mom to play the CD or the cassette. I can't remember how long ago. It was 1994 when Lion King came out, and just listen to it like over and over and over again. My mother owned a drag bar in Columbus, Georgia called Sensations. Obviously, I didn't go to the bar very often because I was a child, but I was there during the day when we were cleaning up. And one time I actually took money at the bar. Like my mom couldn't find a babysitter, so I sat outside and I was the doorman in elementary school. I remember my mom and a bunch of other lesbians were all like meeting in the living room of my home in Columbus, Georgia, and planning this bar, planning to open the bar. The earliest memory I have of being on stage was in like some sort of a pageant, not like a pageant, like a I'm Little Miss, Biscuit Head or whatever. But it was like one of those like a where the kids all sing songs and stuff. And it was a Black History Month pageant, and I think I did a poem. The older you get, you really start to lose memories. I don't know if y'all know that, but if you have memories of being a child, if you're like, you should write them down. So my first time doing stand-up comedy was really thrilling, and I remember that one very well because I was in my 20s and not in single digits. I remember going on stage at the New York Comedy Club, and in full drag, my roommate helped me with my makeup, Michelle Roberts. I always thought I'd be funny. I always knew that I was funny. I was very, very proud of myself for being as funny as I was. And honestly, I ate. It was fantastic. I remember thinking to myself, like, I knew I could do it. But that's how I've attacked a lot of things in my life. I see someone doing something, I go, I could do that. Which is kind of crazy to think that way, but it's worked in my favor every time. So performers who made me fall in love with the stage: Whoopi Goldberg, Carol Channing, who are both tattooed on my arms, by the way. Some more: Monique, Chris Rock, my drama teacher in high school, Kathy Baker. I don't have an alter ego. There's no persona, right? Bob is my nickname, and my drag is my work uniform. I don't do like a funny voice. I don't affect my mannerisms. I'm pretty much the same in and out of drag. And I go by Bob all the time. In my day-to-day life, people call me Bob. I filmed Drag Race about 10 years ago. I see a younger version of myself on season 8. I was in my 20s, and I'm almost in my 40s now. It was 9.5 years ago I filmed Drag Race. I even sound different. I just sound older, which is not a bad thing, but I hear my voice, I'm like, is that how I sounded? And I'm a combination of more humble, but also much more egotistical these days, because I've had a lot of humbling experiences, but also a lot of experiences where like, see, I knew it. I knew I could do it. Yeah, I have a Peabody Award. How crazy is that? And I'm from Georgia, and I wanted to go to UGA, but I couldn't. Columbus State University was the only college in Georgia that offered theater education, and I wanted to go to college in state because it's cheaper. And I didn't have any money. I often get asked, like, what did you learn from this? What did you take from that? And I think I'm taking such little pieces from everything in life that I can't say that I'm walking away from certain things with big life lessons. I feel like I'm supposed to be like, I learned that with the spirit of giving and joy and happiness, anyone can achieve anything. But I don't think anyone can achieve anything. I think some people can achieve some things and some people can't achieve other things, and that's okay. I've learned a lot about creativity, ingenuity. In terms of resilience, I think I would have been resilient without drag. I don't think drag made me resilient. I think I just found my resilience through drag. And for someone that's juggling, for someone that's painting, for someone that's nursing school, for someone that's parenting, I think you can learn similar lessons from very disparate experiences. I would never read my memoir, so I wouldn't want to write my memoir. I think people think that my life is actually really kind of crazy, but it's actually not. I'm actually really kind of, I wouldn't call myself a calm person, but I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't go out much. I kind of just work and go home. Even when I was touring with Madonna, I don't know what people think I was doing with Madonna. Like, I don't have any crazy stories. I met Madonna at 64. She's a mother of 6. Like, what do you think we were doing? Like, lines of coke? No, we were doing choreography. We were singing. Then we go to our rooms or hotels or to her mansion, and we would wake up the next day and do it again. If I were to write the story of this interview, I'd be like, I walked in, I said hi, I turned down some muffins, I'll probably take a muffin when I leave, and then I drove to my office and I wrote again. Like, that's not interesting. Who wants to read that? So Donald Trump has fired the head of the Kennedy Center and is now the artistic director for the Kennedy Center, which is you know, I've always said that if I were to write the last 10 years as a television series, and I turn that script over to the company, to the production company, someone there would say, you got to make it believable. Donald Trump becomes a president twice? Okay. You mean the two oldest presidents ever to be elected are back to back? Okay. Elon Musk works for the government and is doing full-on Nazi salutes, and people are just justifying it. True Blood was more believable than this. We might as well throw in a fucking vampire if you're gonna make it so ridiculous. You know, I think it's a distraction. I am one of those people. It's a distraction because it is a distraction. You know, so that the corporate elite and the oligarchies can, you know, run rampant while making you think that it's trans people making your eggs cost more. I think people think that I'm going to come to their interview in drag. I'm going to come to their birthday dinner in drag. I'm going to come to their wedding in drag. And I will not. Someone will. I will not.
That's all I have.
Oh, that's the whole interview?
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
gang. That was quick. I hope that was interesting.
It was great.
Hi, my name is Bob the Drag Queen, and this is my brief but spectacular take on literacy in America. Hello, my name is Bob the Drag Queen, and this is my brief but spectacular take on everything I have been through, and it's been a lot. My name is Bob the Drag Queen, and this is my brief but spectacular take on my life.